It's not just about the act, but about the intentions. Did karma just use me then? I am tired. I am going to bed. Tonight, I will rethink my partnership. I rarely sleep that night. When I wake up the next day, my body is sore from carrying the supplies around town yesterday. The more I think about karma, the more my anger boils inside of me. How could I not have gotten a good deed yesterday? I decide to find him first thing in the morning. I see him at his usual table, once again staring out the window. A dark aura seems to surround him, and I notice that no one is sitting with him today. Karma. He keeps staring outside, and his eyes are glassy. Karma.
Huh. Oh, Princess. Good morning.
It is far from a good morning. I did not sleep at all last night.
What a shame.
His voice is surprisingly cold, his tone rather dismissive. Enjoy your tea, Jim. Tell me what tea you're drinking. Excuse me. I was too busy thinking about yesterday. You told me that helping you would maybe help me complete a good deed. I pointed my necklace, which hasn't changed at all since I arrived. Do you see? Not another piece.
You get pieces added to your glass slipper? That's charming.
I was thinking that pairing up with you was a bad idea.
Princess, did you just say that you were paired up with me?
I did. You must have known.
Oh my. I assumed that you just wanted to help me. I didn't know you were pairing up with anyone.
That's right. I never told him directly I wanted to partner up. Should I? Should I have? Well, it does not matter what I say anymore, because I do not think you can help me.
Princess, I can't help you do a good deed. You have to do them on your own. I can present you with opportunities, though.
Opportunities.
We start first by thawing that ice around your heart.
So even Karma is calling me the Ice Princess. At least I speak my mind and don't pretend to be someone I am not.
Oh,
And I do not promise things I cannot deliver either.
Princess, I do believe you misinterpreted my words yesterday.
That is not my fault.
Patience is a virtue. Now, if you could, I would like some time alone. I did not sleep well yesterday.
Don't know who this voice is. Didn't sleep well? No, dear. That makes all three of us. Oh, jeez. I turn around and see Rumple appear at the front door. He strides towards the table with a confident grin on his face, and then takes another seat. Karma lets out a sigh.
Foul man, what are you doing here? You flirt with a man once and he hates you? Is that it? No. You flirt with a man and then you insult him unnecessarily. Oh, I thought that was all in good fun.
Something about the expression on Rumple's face tells me that is not true at all. Are they always going to be at each other's throats now? What are you doing here, Rumple?
I couldn't help but overhear that you were looking for a partner, Princess. I thought I might offer my assistance, since I know that I can make you far happier than this fool over here.
I don't know why Rumple rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. Especially how he's acting now. That's you know.
Would you like me to hit you again? What is the problem, sir? I only came to provide assistance where you could not.
Patty, that's what this is. You know? Rumple turns to me, grabs my hand, and winks at me.
What do you say, Princess? We could be wonderful partners, and in no time at all swear I would have your heart aflutter.
I'd slap you. Before I can slap his hand away, Karma slaps him instead. And I cannot help the surprise on my face.
Would you like another slap? I am in no mood for pleasantries today. I don't know how I ever mistook you for a lady. You're the most brutish man here. A slap for each cheek, darling. Would you like a third?
Rumble stands abruptly from the table and glares at Karma. I can almost see electricity bouncing between the two of them as they stare over my head at each other. I see Jurian walking towards us with a stern look on her face.
I would never hurt a person unnecessarily. I don't resort to violence. Then that gives me all the openings I need.
I wouldn't personally go so far as to slap Rumble either, but I wouldn't stand up for what Rumble was doing 5 minutes ago. You know? Rumble was being an ass. You know?
Yeah.
You don't... When someone's not only having a bad day, but if you hear that someone failed at something that was supposed to be well-intended, you don't step on them. You know? Like, he was stepping all over. So I actually don't blame Karma for getting pissed. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Hello?
Sorry, I'm not sure if you're talking to me.
Yeah. I'm mainly talking to both the chat and you.
Oh, okay. On the other hand, Karma already slapped Rumble.
Yeah.
Twice.
I don't want to stand up for Rumble though. That's the thing.
We don't need to be throwing hands at the Martian.
Rumple was acting either, though. I guess you're right. We can't. Okay,
Like, both are bad, but violence is much worse.
that's fair. No matter how annoying Rumple is, I don't think he deserves to be abused so much. Besides, Karma does not usually lash out like this. I moved to stand in front of Rumple.
Princess?
This is pathetic, Karma. I know you're not in the mood for pleasantries, but that is no excuse to hurt Rumple.
Princess, please move.
You are acting like a petulant child.
Fine. You're right.
I wasn't expecting him to so easily admit to a mistake. I turned to Rumple. I was only standing up for you, Rumple, because Karma is annoying me. I looked down at my necklace, but there is no extra piece. So that wasn't a good deed either. Alright, what's happening over here? Jurian comes to stand in front of us, her expression stern.
Oh, nothing, my sweet. I was just showing myself out. Thank you, Princess Lucette.
Rumple leaves, and I am alone with Karma. He slumps back down into his chair. After making sure he won't do anything rash again, Jurian leaves us. Nice.
I am sorry, Princess. It appears I really was being a child. Rumple is harmless, and there was no reason for me to act uncivilized as I did. What would Father think?
Father.
Oh, nothing. But please, if you would, can you give me some time alone?
Fine. I leave Karma sitting there by himself and return to the front of the tavern, where Aeneas has more chores waiting for me. Today I have to work as a server, which is so better than working with Mr. Broom. The usual people are at the tavern, and I overhear conversations as I work. At one point, Garland walks over to the bar, and Aeneas serves him a drink. He looks sullen. Excuse me. He looks sullen, and I watch him curiously for a few moments. Then I notice that he's staring at Jurian, who is talking sternly to two drunken men, continuously clacking their bottles together at the table. If you make too much of a scene here, you're going to bother the other customers.
But the same people are here all the time, eh? We're not bothering anyone, hun.
Garland looks agitated. What is wrong with him? I will not stand to have you call me that again.
Loosen up, woman. You may have been a knight at the palace before, but you got no such title now.
Garland stands up, and I can see silent anger in his eyes. A few people at the bar look up at him with worry. I may have no title, but I still demand respect. Sir Garland? Are you okay? He looks back at us, almost like he's coming out of a trance.
I'm fine. Sorry about that, ladies.
He sits back down, glancing once more at Jurian as she continues speaking to the men. They glance at Jurian. They glance at Garlin rarely, their expressions more somber. Why was he acting that way? Garland's usually more composed. Princess, is something on your mind? No. I brush all thoughts of what just transpired from my mind as I return to my work. Loosen up, woman. Yeah, that's the best way to convince a lady to calm down. Hours go by, and my body protests to all of the leaning I have to do. Even though I had to carry a lot around town yesterday, it was nice to be out for a while. Maybe I am better off helping him just to avoid chores in here. At least that stops me from being worked to the bone. No, Princess! You're doing very well today. I always perform like this. But today, you're delivering everything really quickly. Do you mean to say that I don't perform well on other days? No, Princess. I only mean to say that today your performance is even better than normal. Is that supposed to be a compliment? I walk away from Anise, who stares after me sadly. If she wanted to give me a compliment, she could have said something that wasn't so backhanded. No one's perfect at everything the first go. Jeez. And Anise is so sweet. Excuse me. As the tavern clears for the day, I finally have time to sit down and relax. As I am sitting there, Waltz pulls up a chair and sits in front of me.
Hello, Princess. I heard from Anise that you were excellent at your job today. Congratulations on improving. Princess?
So you're mocking me now too.
Princess, I think you're taking things too seriously. The intention of a compliment is to, well, compliment someone. We're not making fun of you.
You are implying that I am not normally as good at this.
We never said you weren't good at this, only that you were better today. Let me give you an example. I put on puppet shows for kids. Sometimes the children come to me and say that the show was even better than usual.
So children are telling you that your shows aren't normally satisfactory.
Not at all. The children always smile, regardless of whether they really like the show. So long as you're trying your best. That's all that matters. The people in the bar are always smiling when you deliver food to them, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm yawning a lot. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, but I still got enough. I think we should talk about yawning, Jim. We're just gonna yawn more. No. No one likes me here.
Maybe if you smiled back, they would maybe if you smiled, they would smile back.
I'm not going to smile for any of them. I do not owe them anything.
You don't need to owe anyone a smile.
Any smile that isn't owed is fake.
Princess.
One of the things I do rather enjoy about the game is just how much Lucette is genuinely neglected in the area of affection. So it's not so much that it's not like she has her own ideals of what kindness is, and there's not as much underhanded manipulation. Yes, she's using people, but it's not as tactical with how she goes about it. You know, it's very simple. Um, you know, just like her going to someone and being like, "Oh, is this good enough?" and then finding that's not. I like the fact that she genuinely needs to learn what affection is. You know,
Yeah.
and it feels kind of real. Um, just how deep that goes. Her lack of compassion. Um, and why she's capable of it is due to even if it had like its twists, um, her connection with her mother. You know, the fact that she does believe that she has been given affection, even if it was only by one person. We shall yawn like champions, Yuri. No, I'm good. I feel that. Yeah. It's one of the things I like about the story. I am leaving, Waltz. I want some time to myself. I walk upstairs to my bedroom, pointedly ignoring the look of sadness on Walt's face. I've been sleeplessly lying on my bed for hours. Hey, Phantom, thank you for lurking. Lurky lurks. Thank you. Sometimes I hear the sounds of people walking through the hallway. Who would be up at this time of night? I need to leave and get some fresh air. It is eerily quiet at night. I stop when I hear faint sounds coming from outside. What is that? I'm gonna stay inside, okay?
Alright.
On second thought, maybe it would be dangerous. Considering what happened last time were out at night. I turn around and see Delora looking at me with amusement flickering in her eyes. Did you come down to visit Mr. Broom or something? I didn't know you two had gotten so close. We haven't. Rip. It was a joke, princess. You really don't have a sense of humor, do you? I think it is you who does not have a sense of humor. Snappy as a crocodile as always. So, what are you doing down here? Couldn't sleep? Me too. I heard some sounds. I just wanted to see where they were coming from. Sounds? Are you really spooked by some sound from the forest? Or are you just too curious for your own good? Curiosity killed the cat, you know. I did not ask for your opinion, witch. Well, the both of us could use some fresh air, don't you think? I stare at her in surprise. Come on, I know a place we can go. Delora and I eventually find ourselves in the forest. Those sounds. It sounds like metal against metal. Well, I guess with you being partnered with Karma, you would find out eventually. Excuse me? I got the answer to my question when we walk through the trees and come into a clearing. I finally see where the sounds are coming from. Two men standing in the clearing, swords clashing. One of the men is Garland, who is poised with his sword. It takes me a moment to realize that the other is Karma, who isn't in a dress. So it was he who was with Waltz that night. Neither he nor Garland noticed us at first. Princess, you're staring. Of course I am. What is all of this? A practice session. Karma is a very talented swordsman and he practices at night with either Jurian or Garland, depending on who's not on patrol. Karma can use a sword that well. The king told me once that only knights could have such skill. just who is Karma?
Oh, if it isn't the princess.
His voice is nothing like the feminine voice I always hear from him. Karma actually sounds like a man. I notice him looking at me in between his strikes with a little smile. How does he remain so composed and steady with a distraction?
Princess?
Karma quickly finds an opening in Garland's hesitant stance, and then pins him to the ground with a sword, still smiling.
To be distracted is to die, Garland. I know.
Oh,
ability to
sorry. Go ahead.
The ability to see distractions and then put them in the back of your mind is one every knight should hone.
I was gonna comment on the design of Karma. I like the artist's blend of colors really well. The style is just super nice.
You must know everything that is happening around you, but only deal with the pertinent things.
I'm not distracted. Please don't kill me. Well, don't get into a sword fight.
Yes, sir.
Karma straightens sword in hand. Moments later, Garland stumbles to his feet and gives an obedient bow. Karma nods at him before sheathing his sword. A slow melancholy begins to creep into my heart. For some reason, seeing the sword practice makes me nostalgic, though I am not sure why. What are you practicing for?
To protect the princess. Knowing the sword is the same as knowing the shield. It's a means to protect.
To protect. And I think I remember having this kind of conversation with them before.
I can never figure out how to counter an opponent when they're mere inches from my face.
My commander called that one of the enemy's kiss. Oh, my commander called that one the enemy's kiss. A standoff where your eyes lock onto your opponents because of the proximity.
The best way to counter that is to feint the sword in the opposite direction. It throws your opponent off because they're not looking.
Yawn yawns. Yes, sleepy eerie. A little bit, but I'm okay.
Oh, that makes sense. But the enemy's kiss? What a name.
It seems so dramatic for a sword move, doesn't it?
Swordplay is dramatic, though, isn't it?
Isn't the most effective swordplay not meant to be flashy?
Princess, I didn't notice you there.
Good morning, Princess. Well, the most effective swordplay cannot be predicted.
The commander says it needs to be robust.
And quick.
Sometimes swordplay can look like dancing, though. Sometimes swordplay can look like dancing, though, which is why some think that professionals are flashy.
That seems unnecessary. Everyone has their own methods, their own skills. All of us knights fight for different reasons as well. Isn't it to protect all of us in the palace? Well, yes, but we protect everyone in the castle for different reasons, Princess. The knights protect for different reasons. Now I turn to Karma. But Karma, you are not a knight.
No, I am most definitely not. But since Garland and Jurian begged me to teach them, I have somehow become their mentor.
There is no way Garland and Jurian would do that. After all, the both of them were the best knights in Angiel before they were stripped of their titles.
Karma actually speaks the truth. Jurian and I really did have to get down on our knees and beg him to instruct us.
What? Is Karma really so talented?
So, you are finally impressed with me. What do you think, Princess? I am the picture of elegance in this outfit, aren't I?
You know, I don't know why you and Rumple fight so often. You really are very similar.
Don't compare me to that fool. He has no class.
Just because you come from a different background doesn't mean he has less class. He has less class. I am a knight of the round table. I and my steed roam the countryside. Goodness. I would like a proper reading of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. I should probably look one up. So the reason you were so tired today is because you do these practices at night.
Ho ho. I suppose I've been caught red-handed.
Who has less class? Karma or Rumple? That would be a Nito Burrito. Oh, the looking up King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. Yeah, I think it would be too. But who do you think has less class, Jim? Karma, I say. Oh? Rip. That's unfortunate.
Just smack people.
That's fair. Why did this have to be a secret? Does it have to do with Karma's curse? But he's not as disguised now. We could have been working on breaking our curses today, but no. You decided to stay up late in the night, and practicing was more important. That was probably why you're grumpy this morning.
Well, our protection is vital, don't you think?
Garland, you were at the palace. How is it that Karma possesses more skill with the sword than you? Princess!
Karma is special, Princess. He's more talented with the sword than a lot of our... He's more talented with the sword than a lot of other people. And I do pride myself on being a splendid instructor. But never fear, Princess. I will help you dispel your curse. After all, you did just suggest that we were still partners.
Can you really help me with my curse? But how will he do that? By just presenting opportunities?
We'll try again tomorrow, darling. But for now, Garland and I have more work to do. This time, Garland, do not lose focus. Yes, sir.
The sounds of swords carries through the night air, and for a long while I stand with Delore watching the two men fight. Karma chides Garland often, telling him that his concentration is waning. Karma is a good swordsman, perhaps even better than the palace knights. His nimble swordplay repeats again and again in my head, even when I return to the tavern for the night. Lucette, I've told you before that the knights are an unruly bunch. But, Mother, they are so much fun to watch. They are dangerous, Lucette. Any person with a sword has the potential to use it on you. But, but Father says that those knights are supposed to protect me. That they are, as that is their order. But as people, they may not be so good, Lucette. Not so good? The king has told you that the knights are meant to use swords to protect you, but you cannot trust them completely. Even though Father said they would keep me safe? Sometimes, the people we trust are the most deceitful, and a man with a sword has a weapon to use against you. No matter what he says, be wary that he can turn on you. Haven't I told you before that you should not trust people? But the knights are. Even knights can be treacherous, Lucette. Do not trust a man with a sword. He can be dangerous. Yes, Mother, I understand. Try to understand, my sweet. I only want you to be safe. Yes, I understand.